Hello there, brethren and fellow brethren followers. We want to introduce you to a cruise that we're heading off to next year. Cole and I have decided that we want to go to the Greek islands and Malta, leaving in September 2023, going to 8 different ports over 10 nights. Basically, we leave from Rome and end up in Barcelona, going through the Greek Isles and Malta, having 3 days at sea, and hopefully enjoying ourselves. We're doing it on the Celebrity Reflection, which is a cruise line that Simo, Cole and I have been on a few times, and we find it to be exceptionally good value for money. Really look after you, especially if you move into Aqua Class, which is where you need to be. That's where we'll be. It's a little bit more expensive than the normal drudgery of Cattle Class, but it's well worth the money. We get our own separate restaurant. We get a whole range of different bits and pieces that make it much more comfortable and can give us all a really good time during our time on board. Apart from all the little added extras you get with it, the rooms in Aqua Class are fantastic. They have a private balcony, which is you need. There's no doubt about it. It's really good sitting out there watching the world go past as you go through it. So basically that's the story of the basics, and what we're looking to do is to spend a couple of days in different places before the cruise and then toddle off down to Rome, potentially spend a couple of days afterwards as well. Where we're looking to go is Florence, spend 3 days in Florence, maybe somewhere before then. Florence is a great spot, and even though I haven't been there yet, meant to go there last time, didn't make it. So Cole and I will be heading off to Florence, maybe get a couple of small little cities around there, but then it's an easy track down to Rome to catch the ship, and off you go. Rome, the city of romance, so potentially some of the romance may be rekindled in some of those areas for some of us. Some of us are just going to have to go out and look for our own, as usual. Our first day on the boat is at sea, where we travel from Rome down towards the bottom half of Italy and into Greece. But while you're on there, you've got the Martini Bar and the outside areas to go into. Olympia is the first little stop on the way through, a bit quieter than I think than Rome was going to be. It's a good way to get started into the process. And then we move into Athens, which isn't the greatest city in the world for travellers, especially when there's a group of ships that turn up in one spot, but it's still a really nice spot to get into, and if you can get into it, then I would if you haven't been there. And then we head down to Rhodes, wandering around in the small little beaches, get some sand in your toes before you head back onto the ship and get back into the next stop, which is Santorini. I've not been to Santorini either, but every photo I've ever seen or anyone who's been there tells me it's great. You get some little donkeys to take you up the cliffs and have maybe a lunch of some calamari up on the top there. We head down to Mykonos, quiet little spot again. I think it goes off at night, but we won't be there at night, so hopefully it won't be too touristy during the day. And again, wander around and have a look at some of the history that goes into that place. And something like Malta, where the history is ridiculously strong. I've been there before, went to the Blue Caves. Cole went off to the historical side. I think we'll probably swap this time and go to different areas. Then it's a fairly big long trip back or overnight basically, from Malta to Barcelona, and that's where we'll be hitting the casinos, which we'll probably doing a couple of times before that, but it makes the trip really well worthwhile. It's a good way to go, I think, to have a relaxing day on the boat as you drive yourself into Barcelona. Plenty of things to do there, so for the misses and female members of the Brethren, it's a great spot. Barcelona, that's where we land. We get off in the morning. It's a great little spot to sit around and enjoy. We spent 3 or 4 days there last time, and it's fabulous. So if you're looking to come ahead, I'd get with it if I was you guys. You can come and see the executive. We'll give you some of the broader details of what we need to do and how you can get into it. But we strongly encourage you to get into it and move quick. Tickets will go fast. See you shortly.